I am Vincent Pinpin. I was asked by the administration, Father Joel, Father Gabby, to help out in designing the interiors of the Chapel of the Assumption. Aesthetics aside, it's really the function of the space that you really have to consider. So what you think of when you start planning a liturgical space is really the actions, the movements, what the space is going to be used for. So essentially it's the Mass, the community, the congregation, the movements that are involved when you have a Mass. And then aside from that, it's a prayer space. Of course, that is also a major consideration because it should be a place of prayer, meditation, sometimes personal devotion, reflection. After the planning out of the movements inside the space, it's also really the focus when you have a space for liturgy, or where should the people focus their attention. Okay, and that's normally it would be the sanctuary. Okay, so the altar and the priest. Okay, because that's where all the movement, the action goes on. The congregation's focus should be directed towards the priest and what goes on inside the church. Well, there will be three on the left and the right sides will be huge murals from the Bible, from the lives of Christ, interpreted by artists, local artists. And the center portion will be an icon of Mary. The main directive for the style or the theme of the church or the chapel is that it has to be very deeply in culture. Okay, and of course that means because we're in Davao, Mindanao. Okay, so it's a Mindanao theme overall. So that's the leitmotif, the tying factor that binds all the design elements together is that it's a Mindanao theme. The imagery will be very, very different from what you usually encounter. We also wanted to use the brass, okay, the heavy use of brass in this area. So the altar, the ambo, the lectern, the tabernacle, processional crosses, the lamps, including the doors, the main doors of the church will be in brass. That ties up the entire theme. It's a local flavor. How Christ is depicted, how the scenes are depicted, even the interpretation of Mary, we base it on St. Mariam, and even the cross itself. And the rest of the church will be entirely covered in snow, okay, just to soften the look of the church. It's a very tall, very high ceiling. It gives it a more natural feel. I personally hope that it will help whoever enters the space. The primary intention for any liturgical space really is to aid in prayer. Okay? So that is my hope. Okay, that all of this in this particular theme, though, I don't know if there are other churches like this in Mindanao. Definitely, this one is very unique. So I'm hoping it will aid in prayer and help in the liturgy. There's a fear that people will misinterpret the way we've done this, okay? But hopefully not. They will understand that Christ is everywhere. He can be anywhere. Placing him in that Mindanao framework will not throw people off. In fact, help them understand, okay, that Christ is with us